At what level do you perform when you do the tasks that matter? When you go for the goals that matter? When you go for the audacious, daring goals? How do you perform? Average, poor, or are you a peak performer? There are 9 powerful strategies that can make you a peak performer. One of these strategies is a growth mindset. This will be part of your mindset, which is the unwavering mindset, which tells you that you can do anything, you can achieve anything. So the growth mindset is part of that. So what is a growth mindset? The growth mindset tells you that you have the ability to learn anything, that if you take your time, if you put in the effort, eventually your brain, your mind will create the neural pathways that will make that learning possible. In other words, the growth mindset says that as you are busy learning and going over the problem that you are facing, the challenge you are facing, you are actually learning. Now, you might not be able to see that this is happening. You might not even be able to feel or realize that it is happening. But it is happening. And then suddenly, out of the blue, guess what happens? You are able to solve the challenge. You overcome it, right? And then that is when you feel so great about yourself. If you do not have a growth mindset, what else do you have? So the opposite of a growth mindset is a fixed mindset. What does that mean? It means that you don't believe that you have the capacity or the intelligence or the talent or the ability or anything that you need to go beyond what you currently know. It's like saying that you don't have what it takes to upgrade your skills. In other words, there's a ceiling on your level with what you can achieve. You cannot go any further. That would be a fixed mindset. That would be saying that I am only a person who can achieve at the level of, for example, 70%, but I can never break through and get to 80 or 90%. I'm just not that person. That would be a fixed mindset, because the growth mindset person will be the one that says, I am at 70%, but I'm going to break through. I'm going to find a way. I can do this. I will do it, and I'm going to do it. Right? So notice that when I said I can do it and I will do it, that brings up a very important part of the growth mindset, which is having something called self-efficacy. Self-efficacy. Efficacy means something that can work. Now, self-efficacy here means that you believe you have the ability and the potential, just like in the growth mindset, that you can go and learn anything. In other words, you just know and you just believe that you can go and study and learn any skill that you want to learn, and you will be able to master it. That is what self-efficacy is. So when you want to be a peak performer, then that is a belief that you must have. You must have the growth mindset. You must have self-efficacy. You must have an unwavering mindset of believing in yourself that you can go and then you can achieve something which you have never achieved before. Training centers, Fortune 500 companies, anybody who is number one right at the top of their field, they have been using peak performance strategies to get there.